the fact that Kolleno can pull all that data and synchronize it, we've seen clients saying that it saves them 2 to 5 days a month of work reconciling the bank accounts, just pulling Excels from the banks, which are usually with formats, and especially as every bank has its own format, and then it logs you off and you don't have the key or you don't have the admin access to access the bank. So that has been really helpful. And the second part for the payments, so before open banking, the replacement really would be wire transfers, right? So the wire transfers, like, it creates a lot of delays for many reasons. And the delays for, if we look at the wire transfer, the proportions compared to what we get now in open banking, it reduced delays in payments by 20%. For the operational side, I would say, like, it's really, it has further embedded into the integrations into operational flows. Like, we have seen some of our users, like, they added like 6, 7, 8 team members sometime to the Kolleno platform just to the reconciliation. That these people, they were doing it manually outside usually. And like, we've seen many more users added in these teams to the platform just to use the reconciliation, which is quite impressive. And it changed completely the way those companies work, right? And in the background, there's Yapily powering everything to get those transactions, and it really helps those people in the calls. Like, when I speak with them, they're really thankful about it. So we chose Yapily first because we heard good things about Yapily, but also the coverage. It has a very extensive coverage across most of Europe in thousands of banking institutions. So we chose Yapily as the dedicated provider for open banking. And like I said, like, users can pay with open banking in Europe. It just redirects to a page that is pre-populated with all the details, saving time and effort for the end users and reducing manual input errors, which is what I just explained. Like, once we were in this, we discovered more about open banking. And when we saw the power to also get actually the account transactions of our users' bank accounts, which are businesses, to reconcile every single transactions automatically, that we could do that. The last missing piece we needed was really to get the bank account connection that Yapily provided. The process with Yapily, like, I would say, it's really the customer support that we received. We had engineers helping us, like, taking us by the hands during the development phase. We had an engineer assigned to us that would answer all our questions, go on calls, really help implement that. And then also there's transparency around the roadmap, because obviously, there's a few institutions, sometimes more obscure ones, that Yapily has to connect one by one, and there's a transparency publicly about the roadmap of what's coming next. It has allowed us to service new markets without having to build new integrations, because some providers only support like 2 or 3 countries, for example, which means, because Yapily offers a unified API, if you have several providers for every 2, 3 countries in Europe, you end up with 6, 7 APIs to implement. And build our Stellar reconciliations product around the Yapily offering for the reconciliations bit. And really, like, again, like, just to mention, the support of Yapily is really good. Like, every time we open a ticket for an issue, which is not necessarily with Yapily, and most of the time actually it's with the providing bank that has a downtime, and not Yapily. Yapily is very quick to respond, and that has been very appreciated by the engineers. Yeah, and it's the ease to do it, right? Because, like, when with the usual wire transfer, it creates friction, because the client has to enter the banking details, make sure there's no mistake, and then they have to make sure the amount is correct, the reference. And here, with just a push of a button, they can pay, right? So you remove all these frictions with all the issues that can happen when they copy paste, but also the time, because when you have to enter all of this manually after connecting into your banks, you're less likely to pay immediately than if you just had to push a button and click accept. And it also has a big advantage compared to, like, credit card payment, because you don't have a chargeback, and it's much cheaper to do because it directly comes from your bank account and you fully authenticated. But really on top of that, it's really the reconciliation. Like we build the whole product around the Yapily offering. Scaling, cost efficiency, next generation payments, reconciling all the payments instantaneously. So it's really that. So for the payments, it's the real-time payment capabilities and ease of use. We sometimes have to educate them a bit because open banking is still quite new and not everybody knows about it. I think it will come more over the coming years. Like it's becoming more and more widespread by initiatives like we've done at Kolleno by integrating it. Because obviously our clients get their own clients to pay via the Kolleno portal, which means that it really starts spreading and have some sort of network effect for open banking, right? And then there's a reconciliation product that I was mentioning that we are connected at Kolleno to the ERP or accounting platform of the business. We connected to a bunch of payment options, now obviously pushing for open banking. And the last missing piece is to fully reconcile your bank account statements with all those payments. And because Yapily gives us those transactions, then we can do that automatically for our users. So we have a customer payment portal that it's a unique link that our clients send to every one of their customers where they can see the invoices, statements, and all the payment methods. And by introducing the payment methods, the new payment method options, which open banking is part of, we have seen an increase of 45% of payments through the portal, which is really big. And sometimes even just having the option for open banking gives them more confidence that they see it's connected to the bank, that the business, the payments, that everything will go fine. And we've seen, small and medium size businesses pay via open banking, not larger businesses yet. They seem to have more complex processes that stops them from doing that. But small and medium businesses and consumers, which is the largest part of the market, like they're very happy to use open banking. So open banking, it came up quite early in the discussion, and the goal was really to elevate the customer experience. So most of our clients are either in Europe or North America. And so Europe is obviously a big fragmented market. And open banking, it helps to elevate the customer experience on our payment portal. So open banking facilitates really a seamless and instantaneous execution of bank payments. And it's becoming more and more common. People are getting used to it. And the second element I would say is that it has become the open banking has really become a key element of our bank accounts reconciliation products, bringing all banking transactions fully integrated with the rest of the platform.